Hello, we are the British Council and we are here today to give you some tips about the IELTS test. I'm Marcia, I'm Manager of Customer Services Relation for the British Council.
And I'm Vanessa Lopes, the Exams Manager for the British Council. Marcia, what is IELTS?
IELTS is an international English proficiency test which is to assess candidates all over the world in the level of proficiency in English.
Okay. And who manages IELTS in Brazil?
Actually, in Brazil, we, the British Council, managed IELTS.
And what's the British Council does?
The British Council is the UK organization that connects people all over the world throughout great ideas of the UK.
And I understand there are two versions of IELTS. Could you tell me a little bit more about this?
Yes, I can. Actually, that's right. There are two different categories. The first one is the academic version and the other one is the general training.
And what's the difference between them?
The difference is the academic version is designed for all those candidates that need a proficiency test to either study abroad, and the general training version is for those people who will migrate or to perform professional skills, abilities in other countries.
And how is IELTS divided?
IELTS divided into 4 abilities. They are listening, reading, writing and speaking.
Are the 4 modules taken the same day?
Actually, it can be taken all at the same day, but usually the written part, which comprehends from listening, reading and writing, is taken on a day, and the speaking test can be taken up to 1 week prior or after the exam, the test date.
Let me ask about listening. How is it?
Listening, it's a very important part of it, of course, as they all are. The listening part comprehends of 30 minutes in which you will have to answer 40 questions. Apart from the 30 minutes, you'll be allowed 10 minutes extra to transfer your answer to the answer sheets.
Okay, since my English is American, do you think I have trouble to understand the British accent?
That's a very good question, Vanessa. Actually, it's not a British test in the terms that you will only find British accent. During the exam, you'll be listening to a pre-recorded CD in which you will find people speaking English from all other nationalities such as Canadians, Americans, New Zealanders and so on.
And how long it lasts?
The listening part will last 30 minutes. And as I said, you'll be allowed 10 extra minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet.
Could you tell me more about the reading part of it?
Yes, I can. The reading part will comprehend 3 tasks. You'll have again to answer about 40 questions, and you will not be allowed any extra time. So you have to manage your time within 1 hour, which is the time that you have to take the test.
Okay, and how many texts do you have to read?
You have to read 3 texts and you have to answer 40 questions.
What about the writing module?
Yes, the writing module will comprehend 2 tasks and it will last 60 minutes, 1 hour again. And you have to manage your time to answer to finish your writing within 1 hour.
How many words do you have to write in both of them?
Yeah.
Is there a limit?
Yes, there is. For the first task, in which you'll be asked to talk about a graph or a table, you have to write up to 150 words. For the second task, in which you have to give your opinion about an argument or a problem, you have to write up to 250 words.
Okay. I've heard that the speaking test is done by an examiner. How this thing works?
Yes, exactly, Vanessa. I think that is the greatest advantage of the IELTS exam, because you will have an examiner in person to apply and for you to take the exam. The speaking part will last 15 minutes and this person will be asking you questions related to your daily routines, about life in general, and will be there to assess you throughout the exam.
Okay. Talking about results, how long do I have to wait for my results?
Yes, the results are issued 13 days after you take the exam. On this date, you will have your exams to check online, so you'll be able to go on your computer and to access your grades online. And also in this day, you will have your certificate issued and posted by mail. So you will receive your printed certificate at your home or the address of your choice.
Okay, and how does the band score work?
All right, so you will give a grade from 1 to 9 for each ability of the exam. So 1 for speaking, listening, writing and reading, and also on your certificate you will have an overall grade.
Okay, and how do I register for the exam?
Yes, you must go to the register page, which is online. So the address is www.takeielts.org, and then you can find the calendar, and you also will be able to register for the IELTS.
And after my registration, when I will receive the timetable?
Oh yes, the timetable with all the details about your test date you will receive 1 week before your test date.
Okay. What should I bring to the test date?
That's an important question. You only be allowed to enter the room with a pencil sharpener and 1 eraser. Also, you will have to bring for the test date your ID, the same that you use to register for the exam.
What are the differences between IELTS and other proficiency tests?
That's very important to mention, Vanessa, that IELTS exam is a much more organic assessment. The written part you will do in a paper with a pencil, and the speaking test you have an examiner which you have a session 1-to-1 in which she will ask you questions, she or he will ask you questions and you will answer. So I think that is the greatest advantage of the IELTS towards other proficient tests. And also, when you register for IELTS exam, you will receive a free tutorial of 30 hours to help you to prepare for the exam.
That's good. What's a good score for applying for an undergraduate course outside of Brazil?
All right, that's a tricky question because our suggestion would be to ensure with the university you are applying for the grade you need on the IELTS exam. Usually for undergraduate courses, universities tend to ask something as 6, 6.5 or 7 out of 9.
Okay. If I need further information, who should I contact?
It will be a pleasure to hear from you. If you need further information, you can call us. If you are anywhere in Brazil, we have an 0800 toll, so it's 0800 701 9876. And if you are in São Paulo, you can come to us. We have an office and we'll be able to assist you in person. Our office is in Pinheiros, and you can find out our address throughout this telephone. Also, there's further information about the exam on IELTS.org or www.takeielts.org.
Thank you very much. I have no questions.
Oh, good. It was excellent. So thanks for the opportunity, and I hope you enjoyed as much as we did.
Thank you.